This is called an impromptu broadcast.
Are you streaming?
Yes.
Oh my god. Did you stream about this?
Oh, nice.
No.
Tweet and tag
I was
me
like,
in.
alright, impromptu broadcast.
Tweet and tag me in.
Hey, I'm gonna watch that broadcast. I'll be there right now.
So this is called an impromptu broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
You're on Twitch?
Yeah. Twitch.tv/SuperBlindMan.
A little bit. I want to just see this broadcast.
Impromptu broadcast because a recent discovery has been made. And it's the kind of thing that I cannot not, you know, show the world eventually. I was a little hesitant because I kind of feel like people who like this game, which is Diablo 3 in case you don't know, are going to be very bored by this because there's going to be a lot of getting stuck. There's going to be a lot of, you know, trouble. But
it's a blind man playing Diablo 3.
It's a blind guy playing Diablo 3. How can you argue with this? No. But here's the thing. It has been recently discovered, mostly thanks to my fiance, because I don't think I would have tried this otherwise, that this game, Diablo 3, has some elements of playability to it. I'm amazed. I'm shocked and amazed. But it's true. And I guess that's what I'm going to try to demonstrate. I'm not, like, an expert on this game by any means, but I'm going to try to demonstrate that stuff.
For like 2 days.
Yeah, I've only been really playing this game for 2 days. One day was multiplayer. Now, to briefly mention the multiplayer aspect, that actually brings to light one of the issues that I mentioned. The issues of that happen to make it kind of playable, which is that when you're playing multiplayer, if you're playing split-screen co-op, I don't know if this applies, I don't think it actually does apply to non-split-screen co-op, but if you are playing split-screen co-op with, say, I don't know, a sighted person, if you get too far away from them, and then you just stop moving, stand still for about 3 seconds, you teleport to them directly. Yeah. Like, that right there, that's amazing. Another aspect of playability here is the map structure, which is... So the maps themselves, I've been told, the maps themselves are visually, they're actually kind of large. But the map structure itself is actually relatively simplistic. And because of that, it is conceivable that you can basically navigate the maps not easily, but there's a level to which you can do that. Like, as long as you know the general correct directions to go, you know, as soon as you find out the general correct direction to go in, that's probably going to remain the correct direction that you should go in for that entire dungeon or that entire map area. There are some things you have to find on your own. There are some things that, you know, when you're looking for specific parts of a map, you may have to remember some things, but the audio, the environmental audio is pretty good. Like, for instance, there's in the primary town that you start in, there's a ferryman, and although I had a little trouble finding him at first, now that I know his general location, I can find him relatively easily, and when you're close to him, you can hear the dock, you can hear the water against the dock. So all that stuff is there for you. Let me post a tweet real quick, because I just went ahead and did this without alerting my public.
I alerted some public. I don't know if they're yours, but some.
I can't find it.
Somebody's public.
Dude, I can't find it.
Somebody's public.
Twitch.tv/SuperBlindMan. Do it.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Wait, is it on Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You're kind of playing Diablo 2. And I was like, Brandon, I really think you can play this game. You're like, I don't know. Like,
Well, there's a lot of reason to think that we can't. Hey.
Alright, I'm in Twitch right now. You're stubborn like I am. Open something. Update. Okay. Dang, I gotta update this account.
All right. Tweet has been posted to the public. All right. So, back to the discussion. One of the other elements, besides map navigation, is, of course, fighting. How do you target monsters, blah, blah, blah. Well, once again, environmental audio comes into play here. Oh, I forgot to tag people that need to be tagged in that. Huh?
Fail.
I'm tagging Ian.
I should be crafting a freaking
Right.
tour. What am I doing? Nothing.
Alright, there we go. Tag me. Can you tag me, Super Blind Dude? Because I don't know.
I don't know what your Twitter name is.
No, you don't. No, you don't have Twitter. Yeah,
You don't have Twitter.
Oh no, I have Twitter. Think it's Red Eye.
You think it's Red Eye? And if it's
I
not,
probably should use it. We should probably check, just in case he randomly tags some random person. Yeah, which would be kind of bad. Well, I guess if the random person randomly tunes into the stream, that would be interesting. But okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna mute the.
All right. Hopefully you got that mention then.
I'm probably gonna mute the thing so it doesn't go
right.
through the stream or whatever.
So speaking again about the playability thing. So fighting. You can hear the monsters around you, for one thing. So you can kind of move in their general direction. Especially with surround sound, you can move their general direction easily enough. But if that's not enough for you, if the monsters are close enough to you, yes, there is some trouble with long range monsters. But if the monsters are close enough to you, it auto targets them. Yeah. Auto targeting. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Next thing. Okay, you say, but Diablo 3 takes place in several major areas which you have to move between. How do you do it? Well, turns out when you go to the waypoint in the main town, it automatically highlights the area you need to go to for the next part of your quest. Yeah, that's right. All you gotta do is press X, and you're going to the next area. So that's also a thing. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, going back to town. After a hard night of adventuring, you want to go back to town, right? Well, you can do that too by just pressing right on the D-pad. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Town portal. Instantaneous. It
But
works.
you gotta get town portal first, though.
Yeah, you gotta get town portal first, but I'm saying once you get it, it doesn't take that long to get that. The other navigational methods will work until then. And then yeah, other than that, there's the stuff that we would need help with as blind people, which would be equipping gear and equipping skills. That stuff I still need help with. Because, the menus don't talk. You don't really know what gear you're getting. You don't know if it's better than what you currently have. So that stuff, yeah, you need help with that stuff. Okay, fine. I concede that point. But aside from that, I'm amazed by how far I've gotten in this game. Hey, let's fight some monsters.
Yeah, I forgot my name.
I have my arcane orb right now set to explode when monsters get close to me, which is beautiful, by the way. Let's summon a Hydra.
TJ says, how the heck does that work? And I'm like, go watch the stream.
I hear you. I hear you, monsters. Die, and die, and also die. I'm a little familiar guy, too. I don't know what he does, but apparently he does something.
He attacks people with a ball of light, I think.
Oh, and also, one thing that helps navigation is this is one of those games where if you can't walk, it stops the walking animation. So you know if you can't move, then you have to kind of pick another direction. Y'all suck. Y'all suck. I love this arcane orb configuration.
I'm just warming up.
Oh yeah. Hey look, another Monstar. Hey look, I found a book. I wasn't even trying to find that book.
None believed that they would be the one to end the crusade by finding and cleansing the corruption. They believed the search ennobled them, that the discipline of their life and journey was the true goal. The crusader was meant to find meaning in the quest itself.
Thank you for telling me about
I
the
should have
Crusader.
tagged Mark in this. I forgot to. Shit. You know?
Hmm?
I should have tagged Mark Bartlett.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's good call.
Thought to. Can't remember everything.
So this is sort of the thing. Like I said. Hey. I do believe. I hear it. I hear other monsters.
You have 5 people watching right now.
Oh, look at that. We found more friends. Yes, that was the song from The Fox and the Hound.
That movie was sad. Sad movie.
That is my chain lightning, the electric sound effect there. Yeah, it depends which direction I'm facing, is where the sound comes from.